Hey guys, Lizardly here for Magnificent Wizard Day 57. I'm still trying to get my voice back. I know I sound better than I did, but I can still hear it, and I know the more talking I do, the longer it's going to take. But all of the regular stitches are done. All I have left is the back stitching. Dude, from over here it already looks like it's done. It looks so amazing though. Oh, I'm so excited. Um, it looks like there's only outlining on the dragon and the wizard, and even then, it's not all of them. Well, actually, it looks like the wizard is completely outlined, but on the dragon, he has no outlining on this wing. I mean, he does on the inside, he doesn't on the outside, sorry. So, there's no outlining on the fire. There is on his part of his claws. I don't know. But yeah, I think it's safe to say my initial guess of taking me about 60 days on this was totally spot on. At least I think it was 60. Did I say 65 or 70? I don't know. In my memory, I kept thinking 60, so this is right. I'm at day 57, yeah. And Tess is sleeping right here, like a cutie patootie. Yeah. I'm so upset that I'm going to finish this before I can start narration on day, what, 54, 55? I'm so far behind. I'm sorry. I will get there eventually. Okay, I'm going to shut up and stitch.
Okay, so I completely dropped off of the other narration that I had saved because I've done it before. I recognize those questions. Ugh. So this one made me giggle. 271 plus really interesting questions to ask a girl you like. So made me laugh. I have to do it now. 21 plus good questions to keep her interested and curious. 1. What is something you have tried but will never do again? Um, Getting my upper lip waxed by professionals because hell to the no. Like, okay, if I were to go back to Japan, I would totally be willing because the way they do it is so much better than Americans. Like, the women that I just had wax my upper lip like a couple months ago, she put the wax on my lip and she ripped it off. Okay, and I don't know if you guys have ever waxed before, but like what the easiest way to do it is to pull your skin tight, put the wax down the same way as the hair growth, put the paper down on it, and rip it off the opposite way, still keeping your skin tight. And then as soon as you rip it off, you put your hand over it and put some pressure on it. It really helps. It does not hurt that bad. I had tears running down my face before she even finished one side of my lip. Like, it was horrible. And like, I am not the person, usually not the type of person to complain, but when I woke up the next morning and I had a huge upper fat lip and it hurt and I had chemical burns, oh, I took pictures and I sent them a message and I gave them a bad review. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm never doing this again. And they responded, oh yeah, we've put a 10% off coupon on your account, so the next time you come in, you can get 10% off. And I was just like, yeah, 10%? Ugh. Like, I was really angry. I'm still going there to get my arms waxed, but that's it. They're never going anywhere near my lip again because hell no. I'd rather do it myself because I don't hurt myself. That's a horrible answer. If I like a guy, I will never give him that answer because no one wants to hear that. Or at least not if they're interested. What is an answer I could give that would not turn a guy off completely? I don't know. What have I tried but will never do again? I don't know. Maybe I'll come up with something later. I don't know. 2. What quirky habit do you have? What quirky habit do I have? I hear things wrong all the time and I say things wrong all the time. But instead of getting embarrassed about it, I laugh about it. I think it's funny. I just ate dinner with my family and my mom, oh, what did she say? oh gosh, she said a word and it sounded like she had a lisp when she said it. And so my response was, oh, mommy, I love you so much. You're so nice. Thank you so much. And, like I was just teasing her and it was fun. She laughed. She responded back the same way. So, it's a lot better to laugh it off than to be humiliated and embarrassed because that's no fun. 3, who is your best friend? I'm gonna go with Marky Poo. Like, I normally would go with Megan, but like, she's back in California and doesn't have a lot of time, so that friendship's kind of hard to keep going when you never get to talk to them. Marky Poo is definitely my favorite. I am the full-time customer experience manager at work. He is the part-time one. I don't know if I've ever actually told you guys this. At work, the very first day we met, I had to call a customer back. So I pick up the phone, I start dialing the number, and it rings again. He leans over and he hangs it up. And I just look over him. This is the first time I've seen him, all right? I was like, what the what? Why would you do that? Wait, no, I was calling a customer. And he was just like, oh. And it was time for him to clock out. So he just left. And I was like, oh my God. Like, I have to call them back now. And if they're mad, I don't know what I'm going to say. Oh my goodness. So he's amazing. Like, my whole family, we're always teasing each other. So, if I'm able to tease somebody else, it's like we're family. So, of course, we're going to be close. 4, what is the one thing you did in your past you wish you could undo? Undo. I don't know. I'm actually pretty happy with where I am, so I don't know if I'd really want to change anything. I'm not good at this, you guys. I'm not good at this. 5, what is your biggest fear? Biggest fear. I haven't been able to step inside a haunted house since like elementary school. And it's not necessarily because I'm afraid, but like my body immediately reacts by crying. I had a really bad experience in kindergarten and I can't handle them. So, and I have people that are like, oh, come on, Liz, you love horror movies. You're going to love it. And I'm just like, no, I won't. Like, I don't know. It's not the same for me. I'll walk by a haunted house and, you'll hear that chainsaw sound effect. And I'm just like, it freaks me the hell out. It scares me so bad. So yeah, haunted houses are not for Lizzie. That's so stupid. I apologize. 6, what is the one place in the world you wish you lived in? I mean, I love Europe. So if I could go back there, that would be spectacular. So, like, specifically, I like England. We've been over this. 7, would you rather be loved or have a lot of money? I would say I'd rather be loved because, I mean, if you're happy, you're not going to need a ton of money. You'll be happy where you are. You'll have someone who loves you, someone you love. Versus having a ton of money, you're just going to get a lot of gold diggers, and that's I don't want that, and I don't want to be that. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with love. 8, what is the happiest memory from your childhood? Operation Purple, or one of the different camps I went to, because it was always so much fun. Thinking about that, I really want to go rock climbing now. I haven't gone in years. I friggin' love it though. 9, what is the most embarrassing moment of your life? I know I've told this before. It was when I was in like 3rd or 4th grade. I was over at my best friend's house and I had a huge crush on him. And I started choking on a piece of candy and I just calmly walked to the kitchen. And, of course, by the time I got there, I was like gagging away, like, about ready to pass out because I can't breathe. I'm choking on this piece of candy. And his dad comes over and his mom too. And actually it was his mom that was like, are you choking? And I'm just like, you can't see me, but I was nodding my head as I was choking. So the dad brings me over the trash can, bends me over it, and he starts smacking me on the back. And he keeps his hand in front of my mouth. And I'm just like, do you want me to puke into it? Oh my God, this is horrible. I spit it up. It's just, the piece of candy lands in his hand. He looks at it. He's like, "Oh, okay." And he throws it on the ground or in the trash can. Excuse me. I'm assuming he just, wanted to know what I was choking on to make sure. Like, I don't know. What I'm not. Honestly, I understand why he did it. Someone who's in elementary school, you want to make sure they're not eating something they're not supposed to, and potentially getting your kids to eat something they're not supposed to. But I look up. And he is over there, my best friend, the guy I have this huge crush on, standing over there looking at me. And I mean, he just looks afraid for me, and I'm just so humiliated. Like, oh my God! Like I walked calmly out of the room because I didn't want him to see that I was joking, and he comes over and sees me spit this stuff up anyways. Ugh. The last time it was my gosh, I think it was my marketing 301 class. We were all going over our most embarrassing moments, and everybody else's was like, like a publicly humiliating moment. Like one girl like tripped at her graduation, and I was just like, I don't have a moment like that. I can't think of anything. And yeah, I mean it's not fun embarrassing yourself in front of a bunch of people, but like I don't know. I get more embarrassed when I do something stupid in front of my really close friends because they're gonna remember this moment and they're gonna remember it was me who did it. There are other people that'll be like, oh, yeah, that long girl, or that girl with really long hair did this. Ha, ha, ha. They don't know my name. They're not going to remember my face in a couple days, so it doesn't matter. But, I mean, although, like a high school graduation, everybody there probably knows you. So that, yeah, they're going to remember that forever. But, I don't know, I couldn't think of a moment like that. And they were all like, were annoyed with me thinking I was lying. And no, to this day, that's still the thing I look back on. And I was like, ugh, I was so humiliated. I mean, doing anything in front of the person you have a crush on that's just embarrassing is, it's not fun. This is the fourth time I've had the hiccups today. Ugh. Oh God, I can't even groan properly because I just hiccup in the middle of it. 10. What would your dream date be like? Oh my God, I just hiccuped and burped. That hurt. Excuse me. What? Oh my God. What would your dream date be like? I still didn't get to say all of it. Okay, what would my dream date be like? These hiccups hurt. Honestly, I don't know. I'd have fun just going to the movies and going out to eat or staying in and watching something. I'm pretty easy to please. I don't need to go to like this elegant restaurant that I have to wear a dress for and he has to wear a tux and we have to make sure we use the right silverware and everything. I'm not that high maintenance. And honestly, I don't know if that would even be an ideal date for me because it's always uncomfortable when when you're wearing formal wear, or I don't know, maybe it's just me. I just watching a good movie, eating some nice food, going out for a walk on the beach or something. Like it wouldn't need to be extravagant for me to be happy because I've always felt like the best time you can spend with someone is one-on-one, where you can talk to them and get to know them and talk about your interests. And the ideal scenario for that is not going to be the movies, like I said, because you shut up during the movie. I'm watching this. Unless it's free, I am watching this. Although even if it's free, like I'm going to the movie theater. You shut your mouth. We're watching this. But you go out to eat afterwards. You could talk while you're eating. Okay. In between bites, whatever. Oh my God, I'm just making this worse, and my hiccups are making this really bad. Basically, I just like talking to people and getting to know them. Like, I like talking about myself. I like hearing about other people. I love hearing about other people. I have had so many people, especially over the last couple days, that seem surprised that I'm not the most talkative person in the world. But it's like, I am very talkative usually. And I feel bad when I feel like I'm dominating the entire conversation. I want other people to talk. I want them to feel like people are listening to them. And it doesn't bother me to be on the outside. It doesn't bother me to watch other people play a video game or something. I have fun from that. It does not bother me at all. I enjoy it. I watch people on YouTube play video games all the time. Most people, I guess, don't like it, but I do. I don't know how I got on that, and my hiccups are making my chest hurt, so just moving on. 11. What would you change about your personality and look? Let's see, my personality. Um, what would I change about my personality? Oh, um, because I like to think I'm pretty outgoing, and I try to be nice. I try to get along with everybody. I I had a new girl at work. I said the previous loss prevention guy we had, he and I were buds, and we still are. And her response was, "Well, you seem like you're buds with everybody." So I was like, "Oh, I mean, I guess like I try to get along with everybody. You know, it doesn't always work out that way because there are always going to be people who don't like people who try to get along with everyone, or they don't want to get along with everyone, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Um, ooh, I don't know if my narration's in the right spot, but that dragon wing, the one on the right side, I had totally forgotten to finish that wing until the last minute. And I think it's day 58 is when I actually finished it, and not 57. Anyways, so I don't know, maybe I would. What would I change about my personality? Make myself care less about getting along with everyone? I don't, well, but no, I like being in a place where I get along with everyone, and people are comfortable coming over to me and talking to me and telling me things. I don't ever want to be that person where someone has to like second guess if it's okay to talk to me about something or not. I don't want anyone to feel like they can't trust me or I'm not dependable in any way. Like I've met people like that, and I don't want to be that person. So I don't know. For right now, where I am, I think I'm comfortable with where my personality is. But changing my look, I mean, I'd like to be a little bit taller. But I'm at like the ideal height though for a girl that wants to be with a really tall guy, because most guys are a lot taller than me, so like it's perfect. What else? I'd give myself bigger lips. How's that? I'll go with that. I'm not big on my smile because my lips are so thin. So, woo. 12. Who has influenced you the most in your life? Oh, my mom. She's so nice and caring, and she's really empathetic, and she's great. 13. What is something you used to do as a child that you wish you could still do? Um, I used to do like 50 to 100 push-ups a day. I can't do that crap anymore. Not only do I not have time, I don't have the motivation anymore. um, what else? I used to be able to do the splits every which way, and now I can only do them when my right foot is out in front of me. I can't do it when my left leg is out in front, and I can almost get it when my legs are, to the left and right of me, but I still can't like reach all the way down. I mean, obviously, if I stretch, I will be able to, but again, I lack the motivation. I used to do a ton of gymnastics. I could do flips and stuff. Wish I could still do that. I can still do back bends and cartwheels and round offs, but it's not the same as just being able to do a flip or a back flip. Like, yeah. 14. What is the worst thing about dating? Ooh. I think it's that phase where you're still trying to decide, like, will this work or not? Like, will we get along? Are we gonna hate each other? Like, I've been cheated on, so now I'm always in that place where I'm just like, ugh, am I with someone who is, in the past has been a cheater? Because, I could never do that to someone. And if another person does that to me, oh my God, no. But I will say, I was just talking with a bunch of friends, and we were discussing, whether any of us were jealous or not. And one guy, he said he was the really jealous type, and the other girl there, she was like, no, not at all. And I was like, I'm kind of in the middle. Like, if I see my man, talking with another girl, I'll just be like, oh my God, is he flirting with her? No, I love you. Don't leave me. No. But if I go over and talk to them, I just act like myself. I don't get territorial and defensive and, treat him like he has to get away from her right now. Because, dude, I have a lot of guy friends. If I had a boyfriend and he was, he told me I had to stop hanging out with all my guy friends, I would break up with him. Like, I'm sorry. We've already discussed this. I will never cheat on anyone. I would never forgive myself if I did that. And I know there are some people that believe, you know, a guy and a girl can't be friends, but I think we can. So I could never date a guy who thinks otherwise. I couldn't, because I like hanging out with guys. I like hanging out with girls, and I want my man to, you know, hang out with the people he wants to hang out with. And if they're the same people, that's perfect. Like, we obviously get along really well if we have the same friends. But yeah, that, I don't know. It's just the beginning phase. That's, ugh, ugh. 15. What is the one career you would love to enter? Um, enter. Okay, so like I'm already in the YouTube-ish career. I mean, I'm not big, obviously, but I'm in it, so that one won't work. One I would love to enter. Um, hmm. You know, I recently got a message on Instagram asking if I would be interested in being a hair model. That would probably be really fun to enter. Or it would really suck because they would like try and like destroy my hair, and I would not be cool with that. Although I'm just saying, Head and Shoulders, if you are out there and you like my hair, I have been using your products for like years. I have very dry skin. I'm incredibly pale. Like y'all know this. So I use dandruff shampoo and Head and Shoulders. Oh, oh wait, that was a lie. I don't use Head and Shoulders anymore. I use the Kroger's knockoff brand. But if Head and Shoulders will pay for me to continue to use their brand, I will go back to them. But I use the cheaper stuff now because it still works. Also, it's cheaper. I'm a bad person. 16. Are you close with your family? My brother in particular. I just took him to the eye doctor yesterday, and we went out and ate afterwards. And then today, I was like, "Hey, Chris, you know, I need to go buy a new USB at Target. You want to go with me?" And he didn't even hesitate. He was like, "Yeah, let's go." So, you know, we get along really, really well. And I just had dinner with my family. I get along with them. So, yeah. My brother is the best, though. My brother all the way. 17. What is the one movie that influenced your life the most? Okay, I'm going to read the paragraph under this one because I don't know. Movies always have a way of influencing our lives. If her favorite movie is The Notebook, you will know she is a romantic. However, if she says something like Mean Girls, you know that it takes very little to influence her and that she may not be as deep of a person as you had hoped. Wait, why did the paragraph say favorite? Because it says influenced. Like, Clue is my favorite movie, but I wouldn't say it's influenced me in any way whatsoever. It's a comedy. I'm so confused. Um, that didn't help me at all. What movie has influenced me the most? Um, I I don't know. I mean, I grew up watching like The Breakfast Club and Pretty in Pink and 16 Candles, and so those probably influenced me in a way, you know, because it was about teenagers growing up. And but I don't I, influenced your life the most. I don't know. I'm I'm sorry. I really wish that paragraph underneath qualified the question a little bit better, because I I don't know what movie influenced me the most based on what they're asking. I don't know. Whatever. We're moving on because whatever. 18. Where is the one place in the world you feel safe? Um, hmm, like I would say my bed, but then there are times where it's just like, oh God, if someone came in here, like I'm stuck on my bed. Like you know, I'm defenseless. If I'm in my closet, it's like, oh, you know, if I'm facing away, someone could creep in here quietly and nope, they got me. If I'm in the bathroom, oh, you know, I'm on the toilet, I'm screwed. If I'm in the shower, I can't hear them. The water's running really loudly. If I'm at work, like, hey, there are other people who can easily just walk right in here and I could be dead in under a minute. Like, I don't know. Is there anywhere anybody ever truly feels safe? I I don't know. I don't feel like I I am a good driver. I feel safe when I'm driving in my car, but other drivers make me nervous, so I don't feel safe in there because it's like, oh, this is going to be the day I die because this guy's going out of control. Like, I don't know. I mean, I will say I don't live paranoid. I'm totally cool. I'll go out at 2 in the morning. Like, it's whatever. But I don't think there's ever been a moment where I've been like, oh yeah, I am 100% safe right now. Like, nothing can touch me. No, there's always that fear that like, oh nope, this is the moment where I die. Like you just watched a horror movie, you're crawling into bed. Oh nope, boogeyman's gonna get me. I'm gonna die. I want to see what this one says. Feeling safe is something every girl wants. Her safe place is sacred and can be anything from the ocean to the house that she grew up in. Oh, my bad. There isn't a single house that I grew up in because I grew up around the world. And if you feel safe in the ocean, uh, uh, good on you. Although I will say, so many people are always like, oh my God, Jaws is such a scary movie. And I'm like, I've been to the ocean several times. I've never been scared. Like, yeah, okay, if a shark comes over, I might lose a limb, but like, more likely than not, it's not going to kill me because it doesn't like the taste of humans. So the idea of them doesn't scare me. I don't know. I'm lame. What can I say? 19. What is the one thing you want to experience before you die? Ooh. I mean, I want to get married someday, but I don't hate being single. So I guess I could live without that and still basically be happy. But the next thing, probably just be continuing to see the world and see the last 2 continents I have left. South America and Antarctica. Oh, I'm such a horrible person. I'm so sorry. 20. What is your ultimate goal in life? To be happy. Yes, that is my goal. And right now I am exceeding that goal by so much. So many people go through life very unhappy and, like they're really successful, but they're not happy. And I think it's more important to be happy. Now I want to read this paragraph too. The end all question. This is something that allows you to know her aspirations, but also enables you to understand the person you are with. If her ultimate goal is to own a Bentley to meet a famous girl or dude, you might want to get out of Dodge. Long-term relationships require the both of you to share a common life goal, and if you don't, your relationship will probably fail. Well, obviously I have to get with somebody else that wants to be happy. Woohoo! I like that. 21. What do you think is your best feature? Oh, my hair for sure. Although, if people take the time, I have very beautiful eyes. They're blue, but I have central heterochromia, so the color right around my pupils is different. It's really pretty. But blue is my favorite color. So anyone with blue eyes, I'm just like, oh my God, you have the most beautiful eyes. Like you could put 100 people in front of me with blue eyes and I would think all of them have the most beautiful eyes in the world. But yeah, I like my hair and I love my eyes. And as the years go by, I like the freckles that I have more and more. I hated them growing up. Like I hated them to the point that all the raised ones. So, I have some that you run your hand over my arm and you can't feel it. But I have others where you're like, oh yeah, there's definitely, a bump there. There's a freckle of some kind. I would get scissors and I would try and cut them off because people would make fun of me and I thought that, there was something wrong with me because, I have all of these weird brown, dark marks on my skin and, oh, nobody likes them, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, it freaking hurt. I have never claimed to have been a smart child when I was younger, but I mean, obviously I was picked on. Why else would I do crap like that? But, as far as I know, I have not caused any permanent damage to myself. Like every single one of those freckles that I messed with, I still have to this day, and I like them. So I have embraced it, and every single time I meet someone that has a ton of freckles on their face, I always have to tell them, like, oh my God, I love your freckles. And I've had a lot of them get embarrassed and they tell me how much they hate theirs. And I'm like, oh man, like, I know, it doesn't mean much because obviously, like you said, you don't like them, but I love them. I love freckles so much. And I've never met anybody that had freckles that in my head I was like, oh, no, no, I don't like that. I freaking love them. I love freckles. And like, I love them because like, if someone wanted to like paint a picture of you, there's almost no way they would be able to get it 100% because they're different sizes, they're different colors, they're very precise marks on your body, and I think that's really interesting. Like gosh, you get freaking shapeshifters in movies and stuff, and yeah, obviously like in movies, that actor replaces the other one. So, oh yeah, it's the same person for sure. But like, could you imagine if it was important, like if they had to see all of these marks in order to replicate that, how long that could take for depending on how many freckles you have? Like freaking Full Metal Alchemist. If you watch the first several episodes, there is a character who can shapeshift and they miss a freckle. And that's how the other person is like, whoa, you're not that person. She's got a freckle right here. And that's very important. So forget I said that if you haven't seen the Full Metal Alchemist shows. And wait a while and then go watch them and you're going to love it. Okay, that part you may not love, but ultimately you're going to love it. Especially Brotherhood. Friggin' love Brotherhood. Ooh, yes. Okay, sorry. Oh, was that the last one? Okay, let me see. This question is really great. You can show her that you value something different, something special like a special character trait, or perhaps bad habit that can be turned as your special skill. What? Your best feature and then talking about skills? Am I misunderstanding? I thought best feature was a physical thing. Whatever. Okay. Flirty questions to make her fall for you. Oh! Oh, nope. I'm not going to do these ones. Nope. Too pervy. Moving on. Witty questions for better conversation. There we go. That one should be safe. 1. Have you ever sat by the phone all night waiting for someone to call? I have. And I have been disappointed several times. So I just, whatever now. I go to bed, I wake up. If if they've left me a message or something, great. If they haven't, well, they've got another day. Woo! Like, I try to respond quickly, and personally, I've never thought someone was desperate by getting back to me really quickly. And I'm sure plenty of people think I'm desperate because I respond quickly, but that's just how I am. Like, I imagine that if you ask me a question, you want an answer. And I think it's stupid to make someone wait. Like, I don't get it. That's the kind of person I am. Like, I guess I don't have boundaries. I don't know. Whatever. 2, do you believe that he will always have a special place in your heart? The people I waited on the phone for a call? No. No. 3, do you believe that everything happens for a reason? Ultimately, yeah, and gosh, what's that song? It's by Darius Rucker. It's everything that's happened in the past has led him to this, and he's got a wife and he's got kids. He didn't get with the girl from high school or college, but ultimately he's super happy now, and every red light he hit led him to where he is now. It led him to this, and yeah, I think ultimately everything happens for a reason. Whether it's a good reason or a bad reason, I don't know. 4, have you ever had a crush on a friend's parent? I have not. You'd think out of like all of my friends, I would be the one to have a crush on a parent just because I grew up with the exact same movies and music that my parents love. Like, for instance, my favorite movie is Clue. That movie is older than me by quite a bit. My favorite artists, like I love Kiss, I love Van Halen, all these ones that are older than me, Prince, Michael Jackson, like I could list some that a lot of people won't recognize, Alda Nova, like they're, Boston. You'd think I would be interested in someone, way older than me, but no, I've never had a crush on someone that was that distant from my generation. I think the most I would be willing to go is 10 years. But I'd be more comfortable with a little bit less than that. But I mean, obviously, I could get by with 10 years because, hey, if you grew up in the 80s, obviously we like the same music. Unless you hated the music you grew up with, in which case, ouch. But, no, I did have some guy friends that thought my mom was really hot, and I was always just like, okay, cool. Ew. 5. Do you rather follow your heart or your head? State your reasons for your answer. I think it depends because, like, just because you want something really, really badly, you know, like you want it with your whole heart, doesn't mean it's the right thing to do, like, especially logically. Like, yeah, you know, you could be attracted to that bad boy type who's really sexy, but if he actually genuinely is a bad boy, you should follow your head and go for somebody who's nice because bad boys, you can't change them. You can't fix them. And I put fix in quotes because I've never had that desire. I want to date someone because of who they are, not who I can make them be. I think that is a very childish way to view things. And if someone were to try and change me, I would not be happy. Like, you can pull me out of my comfort zone and, you know, drop me in these situations and hope I adapt and have fun. That's fine. But if you try and like completely change my life around, completely change everything about me, like if I were with someone and he thought like my cross stitching was really stupid or embarrassing or something, I would be so unhappy in that relationship because I love cross stitching. I mean, you guys understand this. I love it. That's why I do stuff like this. And so, you know, in that situation, I think you would follow your head. You should do the logical thing. You should go where you were ultimately going to be happiest. I mean, yeah, you know, it's great having a significant other, but if you're not happy, what's the point of having a significant other? Like the way I understand it is they're supposed to make you even happier than you were without them. And that's why you want to stay with them. Like, ah. 6, do you prefer to share finances with your partner or keep them separate? I have never been in a relationship where that was an issue, so I don't know. Right now, I don't know if I would necessarily want to share finances as just like share bills and stuff, but that would be like if we moved in together. Like, obviously, I would pay for my own health insurance. I would continue to pay for my own car insurance, stuff like that. That would still be me. But, you know, if we had a water bill, an electricity bill, you know, I'd want to split it because that's something we're sharing in. Obviously, my health, I'm the one who's going to take myself to the doctor. You don't need to pay for that. I do. So I think it would just depend. And I don't know, like I'm good with money. I don't have any loans or anything like that. I have a good credit score. And if he doesn't, I don't want him to screw up mine, you know? Yeah. 7, do you sleep with a stuffed toy? What is it? I do not. I don't even remember the last time I had a stuffed animal that I didn't like keep in a bin for like years. Probably like elementary school. I stopped a long time ago. 8, describe the appearance of the person you would like to date. If I were to give you my absolute ideal, like ideal, it would be a guy who's taller than me, preferably a lot taller than me. Blonde, blue-eyed, just big shoulders, because I like big shoulders. Like, smart, funny to me. I don't care if he's funny to everybody else as long as he's funny to me. It's just like my friends. If they can smile and make me laugh, I don't care if other people think they're stupid or annoying. As long as I think they're funny, that's what's important to me. So it's the same with a guy. I don't care if my friends think he's attractive. As long as I do, that's all I care about. So, yeah. Although in the past, every single guy I've dated has been a brunette. I guess I don't want a dumb blonde. No, I'm kidding. I'm so sorry. Oh my God, that was so offensive. I apologize. My ideal is still blonde though. Like, I don't know. They don't have to be a 10 out of 10 for the world. They just have to be a 10 out of 10 for me. 9, have you ever hated loving someone? Yes, I've been cheated on, so obviously. 10, do you snore or steal the covers or roll around in your sleep? The only times in the past I've had people tell me I snore is my sister, and I I heard her snore a couple times. But I know for my parents, like the only time either of them ever snore is when they're like super exhausted. So I'm used to mouth breathing during the day and during the night because my nose is always plugged up. So it's not unnatural for me. So, you know, my airways are totally normal, so I don't snore. Um, Steal the covers. No, every time I've slept into bed with somebody else, they have always stolen the covers from me. And then I get cold and I have to try and steal them back. And the way I do that is I roll until I can lay on part of the blanket and then they're unable to steal it back. So just deal with it and roll around. When I am actually asleep, I don't really move at all. If I'm moving around, I'm awake. And it's just because I'm trying to find another and a more comfortable position. It is very hard for me to relax. So, you know, if I'm just laying there and I'm not relaxing, I need to move. So hopefully I can find a better position that I might be able to relax in. 11. Have you ever had a near-death experience? I have. My asthma was really, really bad when I was growing up, and yeah, I've already talked about it. I've been to the hospital before, but my last major incident with my asthma was 7th grade. So that was a long time ago. I'm good now. 12. Do you consider it more important to be liked or respected? Why? I don't know if I would really put either one of those as more important than the other because I think the ideal would be to be liked and respected. Because if you're not liked, you're probably a douchebag, and I don't like douchebags. But you're respected, like you're in a position of power. Like good for you, but if no one likes you, it doesn't matter that you're respected. Or you have it the other way, everybody likes you, but they don't respect you. Like, oh yeah, you're really nice, but you suck. Like you can't do your job right, stuff like that. So yeah. Personally, I would rather have people be comfortable talking with me and than either of those. Like if I'm just the person that you can come to and you feel comfortable with, I feel like I have accomplished something important. Well, hello there, Pearl. How you doing, baby? That is the end of Magnificent Wizard Day 57. That's what I'm on, right? Yeah, 57. I got 5 hours of footage. I was hoping to finish today, but I've been getting so tired. Hi, baby. I'm pretty sure all of the outlining on the dragon is done. I got a lot of, not a lot, I got a bit of the wizard done. His hands, most of his face, his beard, I almost said his wig. So the majority of tomorrow probably is gonna be this guy. But there is the dragon so far. He is looking awesome. And still losing my voice. I think the dragon's done. It's getting dark, so I'm just gonna have to check tomorrow when the sun is out and I can see better. But yeah, he is definitely gonna be finished tomorrow. Are you excited, Tess? Oh. You're sleepy, huh? You ready for Lizzie to go to bed? Are you ready for Lizzie to go to bed? I hear you purring. Oh, giving me kisses. You're so sweet. My baby. You're purring even louder. Oh, my bubble girl. Hey, baby. As you can see, I drink a lot of water. Oh my gosh. It feels like I've been working on this so long. The payoff is going to be so awesome. I've already paid for and gotten all the materials to have this framed. So hopefully day 59 will be this guy actually getting framed. I don't know. I haven't asked my boss yet if I'm allowed to bring a webcam and a laptop in there, but
Angela's cool with it, so hopefully we'll be able to. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to add because I'm still losing my voice. I need to shut up. Do you have anything to add? Oh, my pretty baby. Well, if you don't have anything and I don't have anything, shall we sign off? Yep. She's just staring at me. Well, like, subscribe, share, comment, all that jazz. I'll see you guys in the next video, which should be me finishing Magnificent Wizard. What are my bangs doing?